Good morning, students. So now I am taking another topic, that is after the program evaluation and the review technique. That's the second tool and technique to exercise control. It's a second network analysis topic, that's Gantt chart, otherwise activity plan. Because of the person named Henry Gantt, he has developed in 1910 this Gantt chart. So that's why it's known as Gantt chart or activity plan. It's a traditional method to plan sequence of activities in the graphical way. Okay, what is the meaning of that? We can see that it is a simple graphical representation of various activities performed in the stipulated time framework. So in the graphical way we can see later. So there comes the progression of time in the form of a bar diagram and the event and the time there we are considering. Okay, it's a simple graphical representation of various activities performed in the time framework, that's a stipulated time framework. So here the important thing is relationship between the event of the program and it's set as a goal oriented manner. So progress of the program we can see it here. Okay, so relationship between the task and the time duration in a bar diagram. So how a particular program is going to complete, that we can visualize in the software tool, we can plan it and we can program it. The project, it is a part of the project management planning. So we can do it in the Excel program. I think it's clear. So now we can see what are the purposes of Gantt chart. First one, to plan and provide a visual graphical illustration of schedule or task activities. So visually we can, graphic way we can very fine, we can see that how this program is going on, what is the duration for a particular program, what all events they are going to perform. So that's why it's very easily we can visualize the activities. Second one, to track specific critical activity to observe carefully. When we are going to start a particular activity, in the second week or third week, like that we can visualize that and we can plan accordingly. Third one, to monitor and control program activity. We can control the activity, like so that particular activity is going to start by the fourth week of this program. So what all things to be needed, the resources, manpower and the material, machine, everything we can plan it. Then for logistic of a project, for the project, how to plan, how to schedule that particular program, we can plan it here. These all are the purpose of Gantt chart. I think it's clear. So next we can see the features of Gantt chart. First one, it give a graphical illustration of a schedule. It's there, we can see the time and the event in a single sheet. Okay, we can see that graphically. Second one, it is a time oriented activity plan depicted in the graphical chart. It's a time oriented, particular specific time period it's mentioned there. Then it visualize all activities of the project and the total time of the project. All the activities are there and the time frame also is there. Okay, then it depicts each event in a bar. So particular we can see in the next slide. So we can represent there in the events are there and then the time frame also is there. Then each bar represent the time duration of that activity. That particular bar will show you, the bar diagram will show the time also. Then length of the bar also depicts its starting time and the ending time. So there the starting time also is there and the end time also is there. Then each event in a bar correspond to other activity. Each activity is represented there. Okay, so these all are the features of Gantt chart. I think it's clear. So we can move on to the next slide. So that is how to construct a Gantt chart. So here comes a Gantt chart has the following. A horizontal line is the time scale over which to complete a program. Horizontal line is the x-axis and the vertical line is the y-axis. So, the length of each task or event bar corresponding to the duration of that event. For weeks, days, months, years, like that, it's depicted. You can see it here. Okay. Then a vertical axis line depicts different activities of the project. So, here the picture gives you that, how it is going on. The vertical axis, the activities of the project, it's shown here in the picture A, B, C, D. So, list the tasks sequentially and in a chronologically manner. Then the event task bar depicts the starting time and the finishing time of the event. So, here you can see that the A task started by first week itself and the B task by third week and then the C task by the fifth week and the end time also there for each task. Some tasks are independent. Example, task A will start at the beginning of a project. So, here you can see in clearly that the vertical and the horizontal axis, how the weeks and then the task it's arranged and when to start and when to complete. I think this chart is clear to you. Then here I have written the details of this, how to construct a Gantt chart. Already I have explained there in the chart. You can just go through this. Okay. One event task describe relationship with another one event and starting and end time is there. Example, task D will begin after completion of task C. Task B will begin after starting 2 weeks of task A and C will start after 4 weeks of task A and after 2 weeks of task A and so on. I think it's clear. You just review again, then you will get it. Then we can see that how we can apply it in the nursing field. So, this figure shows a modified Gantt chart that could be applied to a nurse manager in the program or project. 5 major activities they have given as a nurse administrator identified the total program. So, implementation of modality of primary nursing care or case management method we can apply it here. So, the action project, the 5 steps are there: gathering the data, analyze the data, develop a plan, implement the plan and then evaluation, feedback and modification. So, this figure is an only example for how we can apply it in the nursing field. It is a control process by the nurse managers for a specific project or program, and the time element for the various activity would vary with each. So, these 5 major activities with estimated completion times. So, the nurse manager's goal is to complete each activity or phases on or before the projected date. So, simply we can apply that in certain areas of our programs also. Okay, these nurse managers can apply this in the nursing field also. That's why we are learning this as a time event chart. I think it's clear. Then, what are the uses of this Gantt chart? First one, to represent the time and type of the project. In the Excel sheet, by using the bar diagram, clearly we can depict there the time for the completion of a task and what type of tasks we are going to complete during that time. Then, to plan and schedule the project, we can clearly schedule a project from beginning till end. Third, to depict a sequence of the function, first, second, third, fourth, like that the sequence we can depict it there. Then monitor the function of the project. So, clearly we can monitor how it is progressing. Okay. Then take immediate remedies if any delay occurs. If any delay occurs, immediately we can visualize that and we can make remedy or solution for that particular task, and we can solve it and we can reschedule it or we can continue after solving the problem. So, these all are the uses. So, you can see any limitation for that this Gantt chart. There are certain limitations are there. So, it is useful and valuable for small project, but for a large project Gantt chart has some limitations also. Okay. One of the criticism for the Gantt chart it's that for displaying it for the 30 unit activity like that, it's very difficult for that. It's more complex during the communication process if we are using it for large project. Then second point, Gantt chart do not represent the size of the project relative size of work element. So, the magnitude behind the schedule it's very difficult to communicate. Okay, that is another drawback. If two projects are the same number of days behind the schedule, the large project we are concentrating and maybe the small project it's difficult to concentrate. So, this software there may be some it's difficult to show it there. These all are some of the display problems in the bar diagram or in the Gantt chart. Otherwise, it is very useful for you. I think that is all regarding this topic Gantt chart. The important question they are asking usually a difference between PERT program evaluation and review technique and the Gantt chart or activity plan. Otherwise, answer briefly or short note questions also can be asked regarding this area. I think it is clear. If you have any doubt, you can just review it. So, here we have seen that Gantt chart, the meaning, purposes, features and then how to develop a Gantt chart, how to apply it in the nursing field and what are the uses and then what are the disadvantages of this Gantt chart. If you are referring different books, you may get different types of picture means a pictorial representation of this network diagram. Okay. So, you can go through any text if you want to get more clarification on these areas. Okay students, bye, see you with another slide. So, if you have not seen my previous slides, please go through my videos and you can collect all informations from the introduction onwards. I think second unit I am going for the BSc and post BSc students. So, please subscribe my channel if you have not subscribed and you will get updated videos of these areas and share it with your other friends also. Okay students, bye.